welcome to an episode of Historically Marked. I am in Pennsylvania. This is my first National Road episode there, but this is at least, I'm going to plan on doing at least 5 episodes here in this state. Now, I think the road's length is from 80 to 90 miles, and then I finally go into the last state in Maryland. Yeah, it's going to be bittersweet, and I hope to accomplish that by the end of the day. Now, I am between Claysville and Washington, Pennsylvania, and I believe Washington is the largest city on the National Road in Pennsylvania, and unfortunately, I don't really have any plans of stopping there. Well, actually, I do one, but it's not National Road related. But going on subject, I found a historical marker here and an old S bridge, another one, similar to the one I found in Ohio, but not really. But I'll show you all about it. Here we go. And yes, this is the S bridge. Obviously, you can't drive on it. Well, you can probably ride your bike on it, but who wants to ride their bike in the grass? Or if you got one of those not go-karts, those ATVs. Obviously, somebody has ridden their lawnmower on it. All right, enough dad jokes aside. Here is the marker. It was put up by the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission. This stone bridge was part of the National or Cumberland Road. Originated in 1805, it was completed to Wheeling in 1818. Over it passed countless wagons and stages uniting the East and the growing West. And it probably says the same thing. Yeah, it does. But also here is, it's not one of those old ones, but it's one of those recreations of those, what do you call, mile markers. So I'm 106 miles to the start of the National Road. Well, for me, it's going to be the end. Cumberland, Maryland. Washington, Pennsylvania is 7 miles. I'm assuming they mean the downtown part of it. Now, Claysville is 3 miles, and then 25 to Wheeling, West Virginia, where I was. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go down there and check out the river, or the creek rather. So one thing that's cool about the state of Pennsylvania's Historical Commission, or Historical Society rather, on their website, they do have a thing where if you look up the historical marker sponsored by them, you can actually look at behind the marker, like more information in addition to what you see on that marker. And I'm not really going to plagiarize, I'm just going to kind of whittle it down. But it is many of the most famous bridges in early America appeared along the historical National Road. This one was built to carry the road over Buffalo Creek, which is down here. And it's really cool to see all the stone and all the original stuff from even going back to 1818. And it's noted for its double curve design. Now, the reason that the bridge had this design was because it allowed the building crew to save on materials and construction. Okay, I did not know that. But it was, the bridge was mostly gathered, or constructed of stones gathered primarily from the stream. That's interesting stuff. But bridges such as this one helped make the National Road a major thoroughfare for trade and travel in the Alleghenies region. Prior to the construction of the road and its bridges, crossing waterways around here were very treacherous and time-consuming. So imagine the amount of time spent building this. Okay, now I'm going to go on the bridge, walk a little bit on there. And if you ask me, the bridge does look a little bit wide for what it was. You would think something like this would be a lot more narrow, but either way, it looks great. And there's some stones that prevent people from driving on this. I'm going to see if I can, ooh, hello, come up here and take a little look. Oh yeah, looks great from up here. And that, by the way, is Highway 40, or the National Road. It's going to continue east that way as I head into Washington, Pennsylvania. All right, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked, Historic National Road Edition. I am right between Claysville and Washington, Pennsylvania on the S Bridge. So stay tuned for more National Road episodes. I am Jason, sign off.